Hey, today I had some really interesting conversations around the property management business and software and systems, automations, and processes. Um, Got to see some pretty high level organizations, both organizations with well over 1,000 single family homes under management, their primary focus, and got to see um, kind of what a build out of Podio looks like and all of the automations uh, and stop and go and yield processes that can have. Got to see somebody's system set up for Asana, which is basically task management system. Really not a lot of automations there, but just very, very detailed, built out um, digital checklist and task management system. And then also got to see um, somebody had built out Salesforce Lightning, I think is what the software was called, and all of the dashboarding capabilities that they're able to use there in connection with Marketo, a marketing platform. And then finally got to see somebody that is using HubSpot at a high level, not only for marketing, but also task management, automation through their processes, and what was the other part that they were using in HubSpot? Um, their CRM system for the emails and all of their communications with clients, and all great platforms. Most of the platforms, let's see, I think everybody except one was connected to these platforms with their with Propertyware as a primary driver for their property management business. One was tied into AppFolio. With AppFolio, they're having to download and upload several reports every day, feed it into the system, so the system can run and be updated. And the user there basically said it's a small price to pay to have so much automation. That they just have to manually enter some reports in every day, and it's just part of their daily habits there. So um, I guess the big takeaway for me is that we've got paper checklists. We've had paper checklists for a long time. They've worked well for us. They're not broken. Um, so we don't necessarily need to go out and fix what's not broken. But at the same token, if we're really looking to go to another level and manage thousands of units under management in different states, different offices, it would behoove us to really understand what these software capabilities are. And I think the where I'm leaning and the vision that I'm seeing is that it's not just task management, and it's not just a bunch of videos telling people how to do the job or how to use the software. I really think it's a combination of task management, which is basically your paper checklist digitally, with a process. It's all mapped out in a process, but I think where software is going is there is a significant amount of processes and tasks that can be fully automated, even using AppFolio or Propertyware or Buildium or whatever platform you're using. So I think that's where my headspace has got to be at for the future is if we're going to spend time building something out, um, do it in a platform that is going to reduce the number of softwares that we use collectively now. So maybe reduce a marketing software, maybe reduce a CRM software, just trying to consolidate some of those softwares that you use into one, and that it works with automation. Um, so you can have your dashboards, and the dashboards can be live and updated, so you can monitor and measure the business, and that so you can also monitor and measure the people that are doing the work within the business, and then have everything in an organized format. So, really, my big takeaway is not one specific software over another. However, I did like what I saw in HubSpot, but I do know that they've got some major competitors. But it's just the idea that so many things can be automated. Just rent collection, you can basically automate text messages that go out, automate emails that go out, kind of if this happens, then this happens next. And you can follow that through for 30 days. You can have it kick off where your attorney gets the email that says, essentially start the eviction process, whatever that is. So there's a lot that can happen automated in these softwares now, and I think as property managers, that's where the future lies. Specifically for bigger organizations, we're only around 600 units, so probably companies that are pushing 6, 8, 900,000 units. These are probably some of the things that they're really thinking about and trying to dial into. And one of the things I learned is that all of these operators have really taken the time to learn the specific softwares that they're using, and they are constantly updating and tweaking and figuring out how these platforms can better function within their organization. So they basically all said, essentially, even if we gave you the framework and we gave you what we have, you would probably spend more time trying to figure out why we do what we do than coming up with your own answers and getting it done. So they essentially all said that since we have the paper checklist and we are organized in that fashion, that we would probably be better off taking our already done process and saying, oh man, it would be awesome if this happened, then that happened, or this automated into that. And that would allow us to get to where we wanted to be a lot faster than trying to take somebody else's process that maybe they're generous enough to give you their entire framework, but it would be faster, basically starting with a blank template since we already have processes. So anyway, I hope this is helpful to you if you're thinking about processes, task management, any kind of workflow automation. Very eye-opening to me to see bigger organizations that are using these softwares at a high level. And every single person said that these softwares are not the be-all, end-all, but they don't see a next level beyond what they're doing right now. So anyway, take care.